1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Cozy Comet Chronicles. My name is Chris. I'm a content creator and am working on building my brand Chris's Indie Comet, which has a focus on spotlighting indie game developers and in their games. I'm starting the Cozy Comet Chronicles as a way to document my journey as I try to build this brand while also living a very real life, dealing with very real problems. I just thought it would be a good idea to kind of chronicle the ups and downs of this journey. Not just for myself, but in case there's somebody else out there going through similar things, chasing their dream or trying to build while also dealing with some serious stuff, or just dealing with life, just living life. Or maybe there might be topics and experiences that I've had in life that maybe someone out there might relate to. So I thought it would be a good way to be authentic and document the ups and downs and my thoughts while I'm trying to build Chris's Indie Comet. This podcast won't be scripted. I really just plan on documenting things as they are. So I don't have very good editing skills. I'll do the best I can. And yeah, with that being said, I think that today's topic is going to be, or what I'd like to talk about today is why it's worth it to chase your dreams. I started creating content 3 weeks ago. This will now be my third week since the creation of Chris's Indie Comet. I'm not yet affiliated on Twitch. I have 0 subscribers on YouTube. I have a decent amount of followers now on Twitch, but I'm still working on getting affiliated. I write articles on my website, doing developer spotlights and things like that. I'm really in the infancy of this thing, and I guess that's not too, abnormal or whatever. There's ton of people who are just starting out with being a content creator. But some of the circumstances that I've been dealing with while I decided to try and start this thing up has been pretty interesting. I'm dealing with a lot of, serious stuff in life, but at the same time, I didn't want that to stop me from trying to build something and living life on my terms. So the way I'm going to give you just sort of my line of thinking and why I decided to start Chris's Indie Comet, how it came about, and ultimately why I truly believe that it's worth pursuing, and why I think that people in similar circumstances should keep going. So I'm currently back living with my mom. I lost my apartment. And I'm back living with my mom. It isn't the best situation, but I'm making it work. I've been dealing with some lingering health issues, both physical and mental. Personal, like family life, has been all over the place. And I know, like, when I say that, you probably think, what is this dude doing, trying to start a podcast? Why is he focused on streaming on Twitch? And trust me, I have those same thoughts all the time. But here's how it started. I just finished like cleaning up. No, actually it happened before that. I got the idea because also while all that stuff is going on, I'm a part-time student at a university here in New York. And this is my first semester back in years. The last time that I attended any college course was back in 2018. So I guess that was about 4 years ago. I've been out of college, but I had decided to come back since I already had so many credits and would only really need to attend for about a year and a half to get a degree. So I'm back in school, and when I had left school, I didn't leave on the best terms, so trying to return was difficult because all of my grades were so terrible towards the end. And I'm sure I can talk about that on some other episode, but to make a long story short, I returned to school with hopes of being able to raise my GPA, get some internships, maybe get into a grad school program, maybe, it might take some time, it might be hard work. I'm not afraid of hard work. I spent months, I think starting from July, August, trying to get some of those grades changed because I had a reason, a really valid reason. I was, dealing with some homelessness and things like that, which again, I'm pretty sure we could tackle that in a future episode. I probably will. But I was trying to appeal some of those grades because I felt like if I could get them changed, it would make the path just a little bit easier to have some options of getting internships or maybe getting into grad school. Because my GPA, when I tell you guys it's bad, like it's bad. It's so bad. My GPA is so bad that I can get A's for the rest of my college career and still not have a 3.0. That's how bad. And not being able to get these grades changed and spending months and months dealing with the professors and faculty, and started feeling so anxious. I started feeling so down and bad about myself because I'm like, this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna apply to all these things and they're gonna tell me no. And I'm not gonna, some of the programs I didn't even qualify for, you literally need a 3 or 0 just to apply. Because these programs are so competitive. And so I'm feeling so down and so bad about myself. I just kept thinking, like, what is it that what can I do for myself, you know? There's so much going on with my health and with school and with personal, like, family things. It was becoming a lot, and I would just finish cleaning up and everything. I was cleaning, and the idea just popped in my head of like, if life keeps telling you no, maybe you just have to find something that you can tell yourself yes. Something that's in your control. Something that you can build on. That's not something that you have to qualify for or have certain grades for. And I started thinking, I used to do a podcast back in the day. I doubt anyone has ever heard of it, but it used to be called Street Level Floppies, and I had 2 wonderful co-hosts. And we used to talk about indie comics and reviewing them every week. And I remembered, like, how it felt to try and support up-and-coming comic book creators or people who didn't have a big machine corporate company behind them, that were just trying to make some art and make a living while chasing their dream. Something about indie, you know? Even though I do know that term indie gets thrown around a lot and the meaning has some flex to it, but you guys know what I mean. So I'm sitting there thinking, what could I do? You know, I'm the kind of person that I don't really like to do the same thing twice sometimes. I really like to try new things when it comes to, like, going out and doing something. Like, I always can come up with a different plan for stuff. So I knew I didn't want to do anything regarding, like, comic books anymore. But I thought it might be a good idea to try to stream some indie games, and maybe if I could make some connections with the developers, and maybe I might be able to build like a platform that's valuable to them. And I'll get into, sort of, probably on my next episode, what that was like setting up on my equipment, buying all my equipment, how I got the money to start that kind of stuff, or to start this. But I ended up coming to the conclusion that this was what I wanted to do, and that I wanted to build this thing for myself. And I have real goals and strategies and aspirations to really build this indie Comet thing and make it a resource for not just people who already make games, people who might want to make games but don't have the resources. I really want to turn the indie Comet into a really good community, a strong community, one that can provide resources, information, and also just spotlight really talented individuals. And I'm not gonna lie, some days feel really good, especially when I'm done streaming and I've had a few people in the chat, a few viewers, or my follower count goes up. It feels good. It feels like, yeah, like, let's do it. But then life, right? You still got to deal with some of those personal problems, and those things start to kick in today. You start to think to yourself, why am I continuing to do this? Is it even worth it? Ultimately, I'm here to tell you that it is worth it. There haven't been many times, but there have been some times in my life where something has happened that I thought would never ever happen, both good and bad. I have real proof that nothing is impossible. I remember when I was younger and I got the phone call that I had just got an internship at one of my dream jobs at a comic book company. I was so happy that I felt like I had an out-of-body experience. I didn't even know what to say on the phone when I got the call that I got that internship. A feeling of pure joy. And I only had got that internship after I had told myself that no matter if I got an internship or not, I was still going to try to build something for myself. And that I had all the value within me. And that's ultimately where I want this conversation to go. And that's ultimately what I want to tell you. Is that no matter what you're going through, and I know it's hard, trust me, because I'm dealing with some hard stuff right now too, is that there is no grades, no salary, no anything that defines your value and your worth. It is your right to chase your dream. It is your right to define your own sense of success. I know it gets hard, and it's hard for me too. There's days I cry, there's days that I'm really angry, there's days that I'm really happy about everything. But at the end of the day, who says that you can't build something for yourself? Who says that you can't define things for yourself? I'm here to tell you that it's absolutely worth it. With that being said, this is episode 0, the prologue of the Cozy Comet Chronicles. I'm Chris, and you can check out all my Twitter at ChrisIndieComet, my Twitch at ChrisIndieComet. I want to know in the chat, I'm so used to being on Twitch. In the comments, let me know. Have you ever had a moment where something that you thought was impossible happened? Tell me your goals. Write your goals in the comment. It is your right to chase your dream. I'll see you next time.